My guest today is Justin Long. Justin is an author, podcast host, and the hospital administrator for Spring Hill Equine Veterinary Clinic, which he owns with his wife. Justin is passionate about the power of positive culture, mental health, and effective teamwork, values he had to learn the hard way after struggling with insecurity and toxicity early in his life. Today, he's a dedicated advocate for helping young people thrive both personally and professionally. Thanks so much for being here today, Justin.
Thanks, Diane. I'm excited to be on the show.
I'm thrilled to have you here. Uh, three quick tips. The first one, my question is this: how can encouraging emotional intelligence and open communication improve a team's performance and culture?
I think when everybody is invested in what they're doing, they're passionate about what they do, and they feel like they are in a safe space. And you bring, as a leader, you bring them appropriate challenge and appropriate support. It allows people to operate at their maximum capacity and to keep expanding that capacity. So I think most places are way underneath that cap of where they could get to because they aren't supporting and challenging and communicating appropriately.
Okay. I want to ask a tag-on question to that. Why do you think it is that they aren't doing that?
Because it takes a lot of work. Like that requires me to understand the personality of every individual on my team so that I can communicate with them in a way that they connect with. Because what motivates one person dominates another person. And that has the opposite effect of what we're trying to achieve here.
Yeah, it's great. Thanks. I'm so glad I asked the follow-up question. Now for our second tip. When hiring, how important is it to consider a candidate's alignment with with your company's values and culture beyond just their qualifications for the position?
1000%, I think. It is, I tell people that I can teach you how to do whatever job is the position requirements are, right? But
Yeah.
I can't teach you emotional awareness and how to be a great person and how to be a great teammate. Like you have to bring that to the table because that's a long lifetime of learning and growth to get to that point. And we are operating a business. And while I'm trying to help everybody on my team grow and become the best version of themselves, I don't have time to start from zero with them.
That is so true. So are there um I feel like there are certain kinds of questions we should be asking during the hiring process to see if we can figure that out. Because if we just ask, a yes or no
Right.
question, we're going to get a yes or no answer, and it's not really going to tell us anything. So, are there any sorts of like types of questions we should be asking?
Interviewing is such an important part of my process. I've spent a lot of time refining that and learning how to interview people and screen people out and help them screen themselves out. I think that's part of it. I discovered Patrick Lencioni. He has the Humble, Hungry, Smart thing and the five dysfunctions of a team. And his company is called the Table Group, and they have a free interview guide that it does a fantastic job of once you learn how to interpret the answers that you're getting, it really helps you get to know somebody in an hour, which is a difficult thing to do, and it's not
Yeah.
100%, right?
Well,
But for
yeah.
us, the interview is designed to help me determine if someone um, is humble, hungry, and smart, which is his thing, and but smart being people smart. Like, do you have good social awareness and good emotional awareness? Do you have good self awareness? And are you me centered or we centered, right? So I use that as my foundation and I build on that. And throughout the conversation, I have a number of red flag things that I'm looking for. The first one is if this is a good candidate and they are plugged into all the things I need them to be plugged into, this conversation is going to take an hour. If it's over in 15 minutes, that means that they didn't engage and they gave me a bunch of one-word answers, and that person's not fit for our team, right? And if it went for 2 hours, that means that they don't have any ability to stop talking when it's appropriate to stop, right? So, also a red flag. But beyond that, we do a full day working interview. If you want to work at our veterinary clinic, if you make it through my initial gauntlet, which very few people do, you still have to go right along with the team and spend a day seeing what we do, meeting the team, let the team get to know you.
Yeah.
And everybody on our team has a thumbs up or a thumbs down vote on whether we hire somebody. And one thumbs down vote from anybody, we don't take them because we have to have 100% cohesive team, right?
Yeah.
And so it's so much easier to have a huge, complicated hiring process than it is to hire bad people and then have
Yeah.
to replace them 3 months later.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Boy, that's great. Thank you for that. Okay, third question. Um, what are some ways that business owners and leaders can support their team's mental health and their personal development through the workplace culture?
I think that that's a super important thing that's slowly starting to evolve. But number one, you have to make it a safe place, a safe
Mhm.
environment for your people to be people. And we do that by leading by example, right? So everybody on my team knows that I'm a recovering alcoholic. They know that I had a crazy, difficult childhood and I've been through trauma therapy and it changed my life. Everybody that's ever interviewed with me knows that because I talk about that stuff in the interview because I want to set the table right from the get-go, right? Mental health is a big part of things, and I want you to see me being open about it and know that it's safe for you to come to me in private and let me know if you need to take some steps to work on some of your stuff, which nearly everyone does, right? But when we have this expectation of perfection in the workplace, everybody feels like it's not safe for them to acknowledge that they have some challenges. And the other thing we do is we provide, I'll pay for anybody on my team to go to therapy twice a month because the better they are as a person, the better we are as a team, and the better my business functions. And that helps us try to stay at that top line instead of the bottom line.
I think both of those are excellent. Thank you. I love that. And I agree with you. I think this is companies are finally realizing this is important and this, it's the whole human that comes to
Hmm.
work every day. And so it's the whole human who needs to be,
That's right.
yeah, needs to feel
And one
supported.
person can destroy your team. Like one toxic person will undermine all of the amazing things that you spent years building, and you'll
Yeah.
lose all of your good people while the bad person stays there, and you have nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so true. Thank you for that. Well, this has been great. I so appreciate these tips, and they're so valuable for our listeners. Will you tell the listeners how they can find you, please?
Yes, you can find our vet clinic if you'd like to check that out at springhillequine.com. You can find me on my author website. All my books and social media and everything are at jboydlong.com. And both of those are great resources.
Okay, great. I was going to ask you to make sure that you told us where to get the books. So awesome. Thank you so much. And listeners, thank you. You are who we're doing this for.